It's been 4 years. I truthfully have no words, but I can't just doubt my brother like that. If what he says is true, and those things are real, well then I'll have to expose the hell out of Disney. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mark. I'm Max's older brother. I bet he didn't even introduce me, since I didn't really have anything to do with the incident. He's been acting real weird ever since we left Disneyland. Yes, I did read what he wrote on his computer, and it sent a chill down my spine. I mean, think about it. What 14-year-old can make up such a thing? Or, if he was lying and acting it all out, well, hell, he had some good talent. But my brother was one that was raised not to lie. And at first, I thought it was impossible. I mean, why? Why would they have things like those down there? And after doing some research, seeing the stories about certain things Disney has hidden, for example, like Disney's abandoned Discovery Island in Florida, which, I'm not gonna lie, I want to go explore the island myself, that suicide mouse tape, or that the fact that they have Walt Disney's head frozen in a freezer under Disneyland, locked away so that they can bring him back when technology is highly advanced. I could go on, but, it's crazy, right? But part of me tells me that it's all true. And after what my brother supposedly saw down there, I have to investigate what the hell caused him to have these nightmares and what traumatized him for life. He has these nightmares where he wakes up in the middle of the night screaming for our parents that they are getting closer. I tried talking to my brother and comfort him by saying that it was just his imagination, but it just makes it worse. At this point, it's not just affecting my brother, it's affecting our family. So I've decided that I'm going to go to Disneyland and see for myself what the hell he saw. I want to expose Disney, find out their real intentions, and see what the fuck they're hiding down there. I always had my doubts about the happiest place on Earth, and my brother, God, he begged me not to go. But I had to. For our family, and most importantly, his sanity. My plan was to go to Disneyland with some of my friends. I took the usual: phone, flashlight, pocket knife. It was very hard to sneak the pocket knife in, but let's just say that I have very sneaky friends. Yes, my friends also know what happened to my brother, and I offered that they go with me to the place. But they didn't want problems, so, well, I was in this by myself. When we got to Disneyland, everything seemed normal. I made a copy of my brother's story and took it with me to follow the steps that he took. Though I couldn't find the green door anywhere near Toontown, he didn't really specify which corner. God damn it, I thought to myself. But around an hour later, I found it. I found the door near a roller coaster ride in the corner of Toontown. It's very well hidden. You have to have a good eye to find it. What I did find very strange was that, well, nobody paid attention to the door, like my brother said. I know I said it was hidden, but it was clearly visible from certain spots where a lot of people were. But anyways, I was finally going to see what happened that day to my brother, what he saw, and what had changed him. There were ropes around the door, which I cut with my pocket knife. It took a lot of time since I had to check every 3 minutes to see if security wasn't around, but I got it done in time, thankfully. I tried pulling and pushing the door, which at first did not work. It worked at the third time that I pulled it, though. I stepped into the room and closed the door behind me. Inside was a dim light, chairs broken, and, well, it just seemed like a messed up, abandoned janitor's closet. It wasn't until I saw some steps in the corner of the room going down that I froze. It was true. My brother didn't make it up. And here I was, standing a few steps away from closure. I investigated the room before going down the steps, and there really wasn't much, but I did find a big map of what seemed like Disneyland and Disney World in Florida. There were circles around certain areas. Club 33, Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, and finally, Toontown. The place where I was in right now. I thought to myself, are there more places like this? Secret rooms that nobody knows about? The Disney World map had a lot of places circled, but only one circle stood out to me. It wasn't inside the theme park. Instead, it was a little island to the side of it, which I then recognized to be Disney's Discovery Island. On top of it were the words "Danger" written. I snapped a quick picture of it and went down the stairs. As I went down, a stinking odor filled my nostrils. The smell got worse and stronger with every step that I took forward. Ugh. What the fuck? Oh my god, I whispered to myself. When I got down the steps into a room, the room was again only bright by one tiny light hanging from the ceiling. A few moments later, the feeling of being watched washed over me, and thinking that it was just a bad vibe to the place, I moved on. I took pictures with my phone and turned on my flashlight. I froze in place as I saw what was a few steps away from me. I couldn't believe it. But in front of me was a big 6-foot-tall door, filled with rust. My instincts told me to get out of there, but I had to get this closure and find out what truly happened that day. I think what terrified me the most was what said next to the door. I couldn't believe it. I was frozen in place. I couldn't move. Near the door, and scratched everywhere around the room, were the words, "Mickey's House of Fun." "Here we go," I said.